Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This week we're doing something a little different in that I am not drawing an anime character, I am drawing a mouse character. In specific, I am drawing Mouse Marie Antoinette, the last queen of France. Because I very recently finished a biography of her, and I also happened to really like The Rescuers and The Great Mouse Detective when I was a kid. And so I decided it would be a fantastic idea to someday make like a comic that is the French Revolution, but with mice. Like all of the characters are mice, including our lovely Queen of France. So I couldn't stop thinking about it, so I had to draw a mouse version of Marie Antoinette, and I'm actually kind of really proud of her. She looks like a cupcake. It's great. And as you can see, I periodically pull up a reference picture of her, which is just like a portrait. I don't know who it's by. I actually had a couple of them. That one was my favorite because I liked the dress in it. So I've also gotten a few books from the library about the French Revolution because I want to someday make a comic about it. I gotta get either finish or get a lot farther in the comic I am currently working on though before I feel comfortable working on another series. I found recently this old comic in one of my old files from when I was like just starting college, and I sent it to some of my friends, and I was like, oh, mostly as like a haha, look how bad this is kind of thing, and they were all like, oh no, this is great, you should redo it now because you're better. I'm like, what? No. So yeah, okay, now I'm stuck trying to think about like where the heck was I even going with that comic? It's only like 4 pages, what I have. And it was just like really just at the idea stage, and just I wanted to make something to see if I could. So it's I don't know where I was going or what I was doing. I don't even remember the characters' names really. So I have to dig through all my old files and see if I can find that stuff so I can make it for my friends. They're not getting a specific date of when that's happening though. Like, forget that. I also have deep in my files a rough draft for like a novel that I never actually finished, mostly because I like writing, but I don't necessarily like publishing it, because like, gonna be honest, I have a lot of fanfic saved. I have a really long Yu-Gi-Oh fanfic that I've never published and might not ever. I've also got a really long One Piece fanfic that I've not published and might not ever because I wanted to write them, but I don't necessarily think they're good. But I wanted that story out somewhere in the world, even if it's just on a file on my laptop somewhere. So yeah. I'm not terribly motivated to finish writing things unless they're short, because the only fics that I actually have published are kind of short one-offs. There were some that were longer that I tried writing, but I just wasn't into them as much. So sometimes if I feel good enough about like short ones I write, I will post them. But yeah, so it's weird having all my friends who've read this draft of this novel be like, yes, I want more of this novel. You need to finish it. And I was like, oh, but like I just kind of wanted an excuse to make a world. Can I just tell you about it instead? Which is the nice thing about my buddy George, who is just like, yes, tell me all about this weird little world you have. And so I wrote some stuff, and now I just talk to him about those characters, and like, that does it for me. But him and Emily really would like for me to actually finish. But other than them, like, I don't know who I'd show it to, because I don't really care about getting it published. Like, I don't even think it's publishable. It's weird. Like, it's super weird. It'd probably be a self-publishing project, and the amount of work that goes into that is insane. Like, I don't care enough, I guess, to go through all of the, like, getting dozens of beta readers and making updates and stuff, because I just wanted a goofy story to tell. So a lot more work has gone into my webcomic, because I actually just, I'm more interested in art, and like, writing is fun, but I'm definitely more interested in like the visual component, so the webcomic is better and easier to work on than just me writing, because I'm not, maybe that novel will be a webcomic someday, because it might work really well as a sort of goofy web series versus a novel. But yeah, it's just got too many projects. The point of this ramble was that I've got too many projects. I can't work on a mousy French Revolution if I've already got all these other projects that people want to see me finish. But listen, Mouse French Revolution also involves like lots of research into like 1790s fashion. Like this here puffy cupcake dress Mouse Marie is wearing. Like, yes, I just get an excuse to draw a crap ton of those. That would be fun. I also am very fascinated with like historical dress. I watch a lot of historical costuming channels here on YouTube because they're great. So it would be a lot of fun to get into the nitty-gritty of 1790s puffy dresses, because under that it's not just like puffy fabric. There's actually like a structure, probably made out of like whalebone, like a corset, and it's like a similar idea to a hoop skirt, if you've ever seen a hoop skirt, except this one, like the one that she would be wearing, wouldn't go like make a big hoop all the way around, but just sort of stick out on the sides. And I've seen them. I've seen people try and make them, and they're really fascinating. I can't imagine wearing one because I don't live a privileged enough life to have doorways that would accommodate the width of this garment, but you know, it is interesting to see. And I do think the bigger, poofier, like, I don't remember what they're called, but the bigger, poofier dresses and structures like this, I think were definitely more like for upper class people. I think the more common folk settled for petticoats or maybe a hoop skirt, but yeah, not this extravagant sticky outy at the sides thing. It's totally a technical term. I'm gonna have to definitely learn that before I get into, you know, the details of a potential mouse French Revolution. Also, at some point, I changed the color of the line art so she looks even more like a cupcake, and it's glorious. I'm just a big fan of how much she looks like a cupcake. I don't know. In other news, I have a Society 6 shop now. I've mentioned that I had a Redbubble, but I don't really use it very often, so I don't really link it. But I do have a Society 6 page now, and I intend to use that a lot more, mostly because it has like a lot more like product options, and I think they do more shipping. Not that I have a lot of like international people watching me who want prints of my art or whatever, but like I think they have more options as far as like where they ship to, so it'll be nicer for people. And hopefully I will have this piece posted up there by the time the video goes live. That way you can just, if you are so inclined, you can go and purchase a print or a sticker of Mousy Marie Antoinette in her cupcake dress. And I will be sure to link the page down below, so which has my like octopus mermaid art on it if you are so inclined. So yeah, check that out if you've got the time. And we're done. Sorry this wasn't too long a video, but it's adorable. And if you want to make sure you don't miss any uploads from me in the future, be sure to subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye!